welcome to AutoTrader Carology Bitesize. I'm your host, Sabrina Ruda from AutoTrader, and today I'll be joined by Mike Kalinsky, Vice President of Product, Data, and Analytics at AutoTrader. As part of our commitment to ensure we deliver unrivaled value, drive optimal return on investment to ultimately help you sell more cars, more profitably and with ease, we sought out to discover what advertising channels are most influential in Canadian vehicle sales. Today, Mike will unpack what this process entailed, deep dive the results of the study, and identify what the findings mean for our dealer partners. Thanks so much for joining me today, Mike.
Hey, Sabrina.
So I understand that we conducted the study in collaboration with Clarivoy. Can you tell us a little bit about Clarivoy and why we decided to partner with them?
Yes, we did. We partnered with Clarivoy. They're a leader in identity-based targeting and measurement. They're an independent auditor, and effectively they're a third party, which makes them really viable to run these types of analyses. What they do is they specialize in unified, unbiased business intelligence. They've got over 131 million automotive shopping sessions, and they do business in Canada and in the US. And their focus is on multi-channel attribution. And that's really to try and understand consumer journeys, how consumers shop using different channels, and ultimately tie that back to a vehicle sale at a dealership.
Great. Can you tell us a little bit about how Clarivoy analyzed the impact of different marketing channels on vehicle sales in Canada?
Clarivoy analyzed just over 5,000 vehicles. 2,200 of those vehicles had digital fingerprints that could be tied back to an actual sale that happened at the dealership. So within the study, we looked at those 2,200 vehicles. Those sales occurred in the years of 2022 to 2023. And effectively what Clarivoy utilized was their multi-touch sales attribution method. And that employs proprietary algorithms to be able to track anonymous consumers and even known consumers and how these consumers navigate through different channels. And those channels could be paid search, display ads, emails, organic search in Google, Bing, social media, etc., and even down to the dealers' websites, and of course, AutoTrader. And the study was all-encompassing. It included dealerships that were national across Canada, obviously all Canadian, large independents, franchise dealer groups, all the way up to very sophisticated dealer groups that run their own digital marketing teams internally.
Great. Now, I think the part that we're all most excited to hear, what results did the study reveal?
Yeah, so the crux of it was that AutoTrader influenced 60% of Canadian vehicle sales. So that's 60. And what we found also within the study that Google paid ads, and that encompasses search ads, vehicle listing ads, only contributed to 6% of vehicle sales that were influenced by that channel, so the Google channel. So what we wanted to do is really understand that 6%. And we dived a little bit deeper into that specific channel. And we found that 70% of those consumers that also were influenced by Google, so this is the 6%, had visited AutoTrader at some point during the purchase journey. And then when we looked a little bit further within the 70%, we found that almost half, or actually just over half of those shoppers were visiting AutoTrader prior to going to Google and being influenced within that channel. So maybe if I take a step back and I explain that, and just to revisit those numbers, because they really are eye-opening. 60% of consumers that purchase a vehicle, so this is not a lead study or consumers visiting website, but that actually purchase a vehicle were influenced by AutoTrader. The 6% is with Google, meaning that of those 2,200 vehicles, 6% those sold vehicles, those consumers used a Google paid channel. And within that channel, 70% were also on AutoTrader. And half of those were on AutoTrader prior to going to Google, clicking on an ad, and then going to a dealer website potentially submitting a lead, later on purchasing that vehicle, or walking in and purchasing that vehicle. I hope that clearly describes those metrics.
For sure. Those are really impactful results. And that aligns to other research studies that we've conducted to understand what channels Canadian car shoppers leverage during their purchase journey. We always find that automotive marketplaces come out as a top source that they use. So how do you think dealerships can leverage these findings to drive even more business growth?
Yeah, so the results offer dealer actionable insights revealing how AutoTrader is the leading channel in influencing vehicle sales in Canada. Ultimately, it empowers dealers to refine the marketing strategy, optimizing returns by investing in high yield channels. It should be a part of the regular marketing mix strategy that a dealer looks at to understand which channels outperform and which channels underperform, and effectively moving your marketing dollars to those channels that outperform. It was also interesting to see that Google was underperforming, and we do appreciate Google paid. It may be a suitable channel for specific scenarios, but what we see is, AutoTrader outperforms in this specific environment. And what we understand is consumers do go to AutoTrader. We do attract 1/3 of the driving aged consumers in Canada every single month to AutoTrader. So this, in fact, does show that it plays a large role in the vehicle's sales within Canada. And ultimately, dealers can leverage these findings to evaluate their ROI in specific marketing channels. And as I said previously, it's all around that marketing mix strategy and reallocating advertising dollars to those channels that perform the best.
Of course, attributing where sales are coming from is such a huge aspect of understanding the success of any business so that they know what channels to invest in to maximize their ROI. Do you have any other tips on how dealers can better understand their sales attribution?
Yes, yeah, of course. So we've got a few projects undergo also. So we work very closely with Clarivoy. As we mentioned before, they are a third party. They are independent. So that offers dealers unique view with an independent party to conduct studies. But we do have products also internally. So one is specific around helping dealers understand the impact of their marketing spend on marketplace on their websites. This is downstream impact. So the best way to think about this is maybe comparing it to Facebook, which many dealers are familiar with. Facebook is its own platform. Dealers spend advertising dollars to advertise within Facebook. Facebook asks the dealer to add a small little script on their website to be able to tie back the value, the attribution from the advertising spend within that platform on their dealer website. We're doing exactly the same. So it's a small script that a dealer would be able to add to their website. There is absolutely no cost. And what we can now do is provide dealers the ability to see that downstream impact. So as you increase your advertising dollars within AutoTrader or purchase specific products within AutoTrader, we've historically provided performance reviews and performance feedback, which is very siloed to AutoTrader. But now what we can do is we can expand that. So we can provide the impact in those products on AutoTrader, but also now we can say, you know what, even if a consumer didn't submit a lead on AutoTrader, we can follow that consumer back to the dealer website and help the dealer understand that, yes, this consumer was on AutoTrader 20 minutes, 30 minutes prior, maybe on a different device, came to your website through Google, potentially, and submitted a lead. So with this, now we can start to tie back a attribution for those consumers, helping dealers understand true impact of their advertising on AutoTrader.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for sharing these insights with us today, Mike. It's great to see the impact that AutoTrader has on the Canadian automotive market and that more work is being done to show this impact at the dealer level.
Excellent. Thank you. Thanks so much, Sabrina.
And thank you to everyone who has tuned in to today's episode. If you're interested in learning more, we encourage you to reach out to your AutoTrader representative. To stay up to date on the latest data and insights from AutoTrader, be sure to follow AutoTrader.ca on LinkedIn and visit our newsroom at go.trader.ca/newsroom. We'll see you at the next AutoTrader Carology Bite Size.